Kotaku has leaked all of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That's right, the popular gaming website and blog has leaked pretty much the entire game's gameplay mechanics, including probably the most disappointing leak of all time. And at the same time, indirectly announced that they are looking at illegal ROMs ahead of the release of the game. So just a quick update today, there's some juicy information here for those that want to learn more about the game mechanics. Kotaku posted on their blog some really surprising and some not surprising news. Before we get into it, please consider subscribing, it helps me a lot, and check me out on Twitch a day before official North America release date on May 11th so you can get a look at the game early. So let's get started. Here, their article, which I linked in the description if it's still up when the video gets posted, talks about how the game got leaked and some people are streaming it, and they even mention hackers and such looking through game files. To me, this is kind of cringe since the game isn't officially out yet. They directly/indirectly are saying they are involved with the ROM leakers and hackers. That's kind of strange to report as a large media website like Kotaku, but from what we heard, they have been pretty much blackballed by Nintendo way back from their Metroid Dread article running on emulators. Anyway, they give a spoiler warning here saying that they're not getting into plot storyline spoilers, which is fair, and they are covering game mechanics only, and they list 13 different gameplay mechanic points. So let's go over them. First, they mention that Link starts at full strength and gets Metroid basically down to 3 hearts, and that Ganon sends both Link and Zelda down a mysterious fate. We knew that from the trailers Nintendo put out and the intro videos we've seen, which you can watch my analysis here. Next, they confirm the return of dungeons. Sort of, they say. They talk about how hackers have data mined 5 temples and a 6th dungeon being Ganon's castle. They mentioned that the dungeons are themed and have a more complex puzzle aspect to them, but still not the same style as other games in the franchise. They also announced that shrines are back and that there are over 100 of them to explore, which to me that's amazing. I actually really loved shrines, and having 100 plus of them, that's great. If that's correct, I'm excited for it. Next, they mention an Underworld area, but they're pretty vague about it. They say that there's an entire area that's deep beneath Hyrule. There's a link to a now deleted Reddit post that shows a map, but we are unsure if this is accurate or not. I'm cool with that. If we have more areas to explore, the better. I just don't understand how this is kind of vague. It's like, do we have an underground area? Is it really there? So who knows? Next, they mention the new champions, and trailers have hinted at this with the "but this time you're not alone" line.
But you are not alone.
They say the companions will help in boss fights, and we had seen this in trailers, so it's neat to see Link fighting with new and old friends from Breath of the Wild. Now, here's a bit of disappointing news for the speedrunners. At first, apparently you can't rush to the end to beat Ganon like you could in Breath of the Wild. That's fine with me, but I'm sure some people won't be happy with it. It seems you have to do storyline dungeons at any order before tackling the big boss. I'm sure speedrunners will find a way to get around that eventually. Just as it seems, the way it's designed, you have to do things in the storyline before you can take on Ganon or whatever big boss there is at the end of the game. Up next, they reference the new outfits in game and how Amiibo can actually trigger some really neat or even bizarre outfits. I love this. Give us more clothing options. I'm all about it. I can't wait to see what the outfits are and see all the crazy combinations we can come up with. The more, the merrier for me. Next, they mentioned dragons, saying that they're back. We had seen that before. This is not crazy huge news. We knew the dragons were going to be there from the trailers, but it's cool to see that they are part of the game, and maybe there's a new one. That's what they're hinting at. That's pretty cool. I'm excited. Dragons were awesome. I'm all about it. Next, they mention Gleeoks and even compare them to Lynels from Breath of the Wild and how they come in several different elemental forms. This was speculated pre-release and now semi-confirmed, so that's very exciting. I'm ready to take down all the Gleeoks on the map. Now, this is a minor one. They mentioned that the music is good. That's okay. I wouldn't expect anything else from Nintendo on this. This is a no-brainer. Next, this one is slightly disappointing. There is likely no underwater swimming or exploration as of now. Maybe in DLC or maybe no swimming at all. To me, that's okay, but I would have liked to see some swimming added to the game. As long as there's no annoying or confusing water temple, please. Can't stand water temples. Up next, this one's actually really cool. They were reporting that your horses from Breath of the Wild will be carried over via save file to Tears of the Kingdom. So any horse you have from a previous save will appear in Hyrule. They also mentioned that there are stables and you can build carriages, so that's extremely exciting. I can't wait to use my horses from Breath of the Wild in the new game. And last, this is really sad. This makes me really upset. Why is this a thing? Come on, Nintendo. They are reporting that you cannot pet the dogs in Tears of the Kingdom. You heard me. There's no dog petting. You can't pet the dogs. Not sure why. Just let us pet the dogs, please. This is so unfair, but it is what it is. So that'll do it. Let me know what you think of these discoveries. Is Kotaku out of line for reporting this? Why do you think we can't pet dogs? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more Zelda videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.